Welcome to our show that we haven't named yet, but it's a music review. But we'll come up with the title later. But today's episode, we are reviewing Mach-Hommy For Haiti album. For a little bio about Mach-Hommy, really not much I know about him. He doesn't have a Wikipedia or anything, no social. So really the only thing I know is he has 18 albums. He's an underground hip hop artist, and he's done songs. Well, he does features with artists that I guess he likes, like Earl Sweatshirt and the Griselda crew and a few other, just underground people, but that's about as much as I know about the guy.
So if that's all you know, how come you're the one that suggested we review this album?
So I guess him and Westside, they broke up like a few years ago. Mach-Hommy was actually part of Griselda, kind of like in the beginning, but they split ways for whatever reason, and then last year they came back together and they made this album. So Westside Gunn is like the executive producer of this album, and it's under Griselda Records. He's not part of Griselda, but the album is under Griselda Records. So it's kind of like a Griselda album in a sense. But yeah, that's how I know about it. But yeah, so that's why I brought it up to you, and I felt like, hey, check out this album, because I know you never heard of Mach-Hommy before.
Never in my life.
This is my first time hearing a full album of him.
Yeah.
I've heard features from like the Griselda crew and whatnot, but that's about it. I never heard a whole album. So I felt like, hey, like this will be a cool review to do. It's new to me in a way. I know it'll be new to you, so I just thought like, hey, let's give it a shot. Let's see how it goes. And also his lyrics, you cannot find his lyrics anywhere online. Well, I'm sure you can. You have to like dig. I'm sure like through Reddit and whatnot. But like if you're going through Genius or any other like lyric website, it's not gonna be there. So good luck with that.
Yeah, I saw that he's the one that requested that the lyrics get taken off.
Yeah.
Because of copyright infringement. From what I've seen, anything that's out there in the internet is he really puts an emphasis on, especially on his fans, to respect the art, whatever it is, whatever him being a musician or another artist doing whatever they create and putting some value into it. So, he's very proud of his own content lyrics. So he just takes them down.
All right, so let's just hop right into the review. So, off first listen, very first time, like, what were you in a way like expecting, like from Mach-Hommy, from this guy you never ever heard of? I think I told you that it was executive produced by Westside.
Yeah.
So at least you kind of. I'm assuming you went in with the thought of like, okay, he's working with Westside.
Yeah, I figured it's gonna be something like what you're listening to out of Buffalo, New York, or where the Griselda boys are at. That's what I was expecting. But then also you told me his name, and no disrespect to him, I know he's got Haitian descent, right?
Yeah.
So, but I was like, what kind of name is that? So I was like, is that really a rapper? I'm like, I didn't know what kind of music to expect. And then first listen, I didn't dislike it. Right off the bat, you start with what's his name? Westside Gunn on the first.
Yeah, he does like a little like interlude within the song.
Oh yeah, I don't see it right there, but yeah, he's on there. So I'm like, yo, all right. Right off the bat, it sounds like anything I've ever heard from Griselda. But overall, on my first listen, I was just with open ears listening to something that I wasn't expecting, something I never listened to before, and it just sounded to me like like I said, like a Griselda record, like a Griselda album, you definitely see the influence from West Side Gun.
Yeah, you really do.
Who I do see, he executive produced, right?
Yeah.
Or is that what it's called? Yeah, this album. I saw he handpicked a lot of the beats. I saw that he worked with a lot of the same producers he works with a lot, which I don't even know the names. I mean, we can see the names, but I'm sure you recognize them, but I don't know who they are. Like,
I know Conductor was on there.
all right, so Denny LaFleur, you know who that is?
Nope.
Camouflage Monk.
Yeah, I know who he is.
Conductor Williams is
Conductor
there
Williams.
multiple times, and I've heard his little tagline on his production before. So yeah, overall, it just sounded like a chill, pretty dope Griselda album. Because who else was there from Griselda on the album? Was there anybody else?
No, just Westside.
Just Westside, but multiple times.
Yeah, he is on there a lot.
Yeah, but man, that was just my first listen. When did you listen to it, and why? What do you think about it now?
No, I heard it when it first dropped. You know, I saw like the behind the scenes, like whenever they were recording in Puerto Rico. So I was like, okay, I was already expecting. I was just patiently waiting for the album. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and check out this Mach-Hommy album. It's gonna be my first time listen. And I don't know, Thursday night or Friday morning, it came on, and I listened to it, and just right off the bat, just off the first song, I was like, man, I like this beat. I was like, this beat is just like those horns that just looped over and over again. It just sounded so good. And yeah, like just first listen, just going through the whole thing, I was like, I could tell Westside picked these beats because a lot of those beats, I'm just thinking, I'm like, yeah, Westside, I could hear Westside on this. Next thing you know, I just hear Westside. I'm like, yeah, I figured. Westside is on here quite a bit too. But yeah, just I liked it off first listen. I was like, man, it's good. It's different. Even though he was part of the Griselda, he doesn't do that drug talk in a sense. You know, he's a bit more different. I could tell just by the way he raps. He at least on this one, I haven't heard his other albums. I heard his other albums. He's a bit more cryptic, you know, with his wordplay and whatnot. But this one, it was just a lot of like punchlines.
Yeah, a lot of punchlines, a lot of bars, more than I expected, because I didn't know what to expect. But yeah, he's got a real good rapping voice.
He does.
It reminds me of nah, I don't want to say I'm probably completely wrong. I was gonna say like Most Def, but
some people have been saying that. Yeah,
see,
I can see it.
Especially like on that first beat where that sample that you're talking about, it sounds like something that I don't know, like Jay-Z would have been on a beat, like little sample, or what's the other one? Nas.
Yeah.
But yeah, it sounded very New Yorky. There's a lot of I wouldn't say a lot, but there's a few songs, one of those drumless beats too, right?
Yeah, that song is a drumless beat. Yeah, that's somewhat of like the underground wave. I think No Blood, No Sweat was a drumless beat. Yeah, you get it through Criminal, if I'm saying that correctly, in what is the language? Creole, in Creole language. I'm assuming it's Criminal, but that one, I think that was produced by Nicholas Craven. I think that's his name. He's like an underground producer. Yeah, that beat is just like a sample, kind of just looped over, and that's a dope ass beat. Like, yeah, so like this album does have like that type of production where it is like a drumless beat. So it does give it. It's not a hype album. This is like an album where you just sit, chill, vibe out to. You want to just go for a night, just driving around just through the city. I feel like this is a great album. You just throw this on, just vibe and just chill out. Just listen to his bars, because he's throwing a lot of like slick shit in here, which I like. So yeah, a lot of like punchline rap. I fuck with it.
Yeah, I knew you would like it. Yeah, this fits in everything that you would like. If you're a Griselda fan or someone who likes wordplay and likes just rapping. This guy he's it. My only thing, we have different taste in music, right? Like you say, it's chill. It's a very chill album, something that, yeah, you could just jam out to. And a lot of the production is great. Yeah, the samples that are used, there's some jazzy beats, there's some drummy beats, there's some like real boom bap in here. And I'm not gonna lie, there's a few songs where like just his singing throws me off a little bit sometimes.
I kind of like his singing, honestly.
No, like on Criminal, like at first I was like, it's weird, but then it became so catchy.
It is.
And you know, and he does it with an accent on purpose, you know, like trying to sound, you know, to his heritage. And at first, yeah, it was different, but yeah, that one's catchy. But there's some parts where, yeah, some of the skits were, that could have, you know, maybe unnecessary or maybe not, but, you know, you got to understand what he's saying.
Yeah.
And it's hard when you know, a lot of the fans and even fans want to know what it means and you can't figure it out because none of his content is online.
That's true. I think I'm assuming the skits go along with what the album is. Pray for Haiti. I did a little research about Haiti, where it's just a poor country, and I don't know. People just gotta like really just look up kind of like the history on Haiti, whatnot. But I'm assuming these skits just play along with. I'm assuming they talk about just the struggle in Haiti, because it sounded like one skit. It had like sounded like a little girl just like talking to like an interviewer. I don't know what she's saying, but yeah. And then sometimes he's like saying stuff in Creole. I don't know what he's saying. Like he could literally just be just talking shit. And but yeah, like we said, like Westside, you know, he does show up a lot. Like, what do you think about like all these Westside features?
I'm for him because that gave me a reason to and give the whole album a good listen, just knowing that at least I like Westside. So, but it's like you know, the more I got into it, it was enjoyable. But it's good for me. I think it's gonna be good for do you know how to pronounce his name? Mach-Hommy?
Yeah.
I think it's good for him because like me, like you, a lot of people just check them out because he's working with Griselda again. And so a lot of people are gonna be introduced to a good album. Yeah. Whether you're gonna find info on him on the internet or anything else, that's on you. But I mean, the last thoughts that I could say about this, because you know, I couldn't look up any lyrics, so I didn't try to comprehend everything about the album. I just try to enjoy it for what it was. Every now and then I'll catch a good punchline, or you know, I just realize how good he is at rapping. He, you know, how even though I don't know about him, it sounds like he's good at his craft. Yeah. Maybe the whatever many albums he has helped him get to this point. But you know, it sounds very underground, very even reminds me of like MF Doom in some bits, where when he's just rapping and just spitting. I like him on those type of beats. I can't remember from all of them because there's, you know, you got the drumless beats and you got some different type of production in here. But you know, I like him like on a boom bap beat. And all I could say is I don't think this album would be for everybody. I would definitely recommend it to someone who likes hip hop. I think they'll give it a listen, you know, with like an open mind. Open mind, yeah. Give it to somebody who's not into hip hop, and then try to make them enjoy this very slow album. Yeah. It's gonna be hard. So just with that, you know, and a lot of people will just want to have a good album to just vibe out to and listen to, and this is definitely it. Yeah. I personally like this album. I think it started with like a strong, just opening. Like I think like the first like 9 tracks there, like back to back just were like really good.
I do like him on the more jazzier type beats, like the Stellar Ray Theory. Like just that beat that was produced by Conductor Williams. Man, that beat is it's so jazzy, so good. And then like the hook is so catchy. Like I kind of like him more on that production, because the other half of the album he does like more on those like those boom bap beats like Magnum Band featuring the God Fahim. First time ever hearing, I somewhat know who he is. First time listening to him, but like that beat, I didn't really care for like that beat. It wasn't. I don't know. The beat was just a bit weird for me. I wasn't really feeling it. But like when he's on that type of production, to me, I'm just like, it's like hit or miss. But when he's on that smooth, jazzier type style, and he's doing like a little bit of like singing, a little like for the hook, I really do enjoy that type of Mach-Hommy. So like, I felt like that was kind of more in the beginning, but like like towards the end of the album, it's I don't know, it's somewhat like a bit more smoother. I could tell from like Murder Season, Magnum Band, and then Rami, they're all featuring Westside Gunn in a way, but like I feel like Westside was like, yeah, let me hop on these, let me pick this out. Like I could feel like I felt like he like picked those kind of like for Westside as like for himself in a way.
Yeah.
Cause like
he just wanted to get this music out.
Yeah, cause like I don't want to say it doesn't sound out of place, but it kind of does. Cause those are like all these like boom bap kind of type beats, and then after that you get into like Au Revor.
Yeah.
And it's like back to that smooth jazzy shit. And I was like, ooh, see, that's the shit I like. but yeah, overall, I like this album. As a first time listen to Mach-Hommy, sounded good. I wouldn't mind checking out his older album. I checked out one album, but I don't know if I'm gonna check out all 18. That'll be, even though he doesn't have them on streaming services, but.
No, but you could buy him on his website. He
sells them for like
sells them for cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck that.
I don't know. Like I said, like he's really trying to put value to his art, and I mean he's good at his craft. Even though I had never heard of him, and now doing some research on him, there's Reddit groups about him. So, no, he's good. Like, yeah, he's just an underground rapper with some bars and unique perspectives, and I don't know what else can I say.
Yeah,
you're a hip hop fan, you'll like it.
Favorite tracks? You got any?
Yeah, like you mentioned, Stellar Ray Theory. That song grew on me big time, because at first, the beat's so calm. It's just it kind of didn't leave an impression on me, but then the hook became real catchy, and then everything about it was just smooth. Bars on there were pretty good too, and then Murder Season, just catchy.
It is, that hook is so catchy.
Murder Season again.
Then he just got Westside just doing the ad libs, boop 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 boop. Like that shit just fit so well.
This sounds like it's song 3. What's the name of the song? Folia Do. I don't know.
Folia Do It.
It looks French, or it looks.
No, well, it's Creole.
Oh yeah.
But but I think Creole is a part of French in a way.
Yeah, because the second part looks like a French word, but either way, I can't pronounce it. But yeah, featuring Westside Gunn. That's one of them boom bap beats, but yeah, that beat I'm listening to right now, it's crazy. It makes the whole song for me, so that's my 3 favorite songs. Maybe Criminal in there, because that hook is catchy too.
For me, I'll go with the 26 letter Folie Duet, and I'll go with Criminal. That shit's smooth.
Yeah, it's catchy song.
A rating? You want to give a rating?
If I were, you give it a rating, because I don't know what's our scale gonna be.
Yeah, we're still doing the whole 6-pack, and
Oh yeah.
I would just bring the 6-pack along with this review. I'm giving it a 4 out of 6. Like I think it's a good, strong, decent album. I know people want to throw the word classic already, which is fine. If y'all want to call it classic, go for it. But I do think it's a really just good, decent album. I liked it. You?
4 out of 6. I'm trying to give it a 3 to a 4. I'm not sure. More leaning towards a 4. Yeah, why not? It's a very good album. I played it a lot because I was having to do this review, but I ended up enjoying it. The calmness of it, the chillness of it, just the production on it. I'm not gonna lie, I'm starting to like all this production that Griselda's using. So, yeah, I like it.
Cool.
And yeah, we'll leave it a 4 out of 6.
Yeah, a strong 4 out of 6. But yeah, that's the end of the review. Thank y'all for checking us out.
Yeah.
Make sure you follow us at Open Bar Pod. That's everywhere. That's for our own regular podcast. But yeah, we'll be doing more reviews, so check out for that. And yeah, thank you. Make sure you like and subscribe.
And all that.
Peace.
Peace.